Hello, my name is Jordan Knight, and this is my opening proposition argument. Resolve. Sugary drinks should not be sold in primary and secondary schools. The percentage of children aged 6 to 11 years in the United States who were obese increased from 7% in 1980 to nearly 18% in 2010. Similarly, the percentage of adolescents aged 12 to 19 years who were obese increased from 5% to 18% over the same period. The obesity rates among children in the United States have had devastating economic and social impacts on the country, especially in the last 3 decades. Obesity causes direct medical costs, leading to fatal diseases such as hypertension and type 2 diabetes. Productivity costs, including absenteeism or first-order productivity costs due to employees and students being absent from work or schools for obesity-related health reasons, and transportation costs, leading to larger vehicles being needed to transport the same number of commuters and travelers each year. It appears that the main causes of obesity have to do with the mass consumption of empty calories, most commonly found in soft drinks. Many may argue that the consumption of sugary drinks is just the tip of the iceberg and should not be stressed so heavily when it comes to the topic of reducing childhood obesity. However, according to the Harvard School of Public Health, children and youth in the United States averaged 224 calories per day from sugary beverages in 1999 to 2004, nearly 11% of their daily calorie intake. To say that attempts on cutting down on nearly a tenth of the energy intake of children, which are empty calories, is not worth the trouble, is an argument which should be dismissed. Along with this fact, it has been shown that reducing sugary drink consumption can lead to better weight control among those who are initially overweight, only helping reduce the economic costs of obesity listed previously. So, after looking at the effects of how sugary drink consumption has significant effects on the obesity rates among children, it is important to discuss what is the most effective way in reducing the overall consumption of sugary drink products. Many people argue that the most effective way in reducing the amount of sugary products consumed is to educate children about the harmful effects of these products, rather than simply banning them altogether. However, while the education of how certain products affect a person's health is important, it is difficult to speak about the harmful effects of certain products and attempt to explain the reasoning of why these same products are so readily available in schools. Regarding the topic of sugary drinks, it appears that actions speak louder than words. For example, according to CBS Boston, after the initial 2004 ban of sugary drinks in Boston public schools, sugar-sweetened beverage consumption inside and outside schools fell from 1.71 average servings per day in 2004 to 1.38 servings in 2006. So, from these findings, it can be said that the banning of sugary drinks has a significant effect on decreasing overall sugary drink consumption. Many schools who are struggling from the budget cuts from the recession beginning in the year of 2008 feel that they are inclined to enter into pouring contracts with soft drink companies in order to gain the necessary funds. Pouring contracts are large payments from soft drink companies to schools or school districts, and in return for the right to sell the company's products, and only those products. Regarding the topic of childhood obesity, many argue that the surplus of funds that result from these pouring contracts are directly used for the furthering of physical education and alternative efforts in battling childhood obesity. However, from 2006 to 2012, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the proportion of schools that allowed soda companies to advertise soft drinks on school grounds through posters, scoreboard signs, or other ways dropped from 47% to about 34%, and the amount that received cash rewards, equipment donations, or other incentives from soda companies fell from 52% to 34%. However, despite the decrease in funds from these soft drink companies, obesity rates, nevertheless, have been able to drop 43% in the past decade, according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, only showing how the funds from these pouring contracts are not in fact necessary. The direct ban of sugary drink products in primary and secondary schools will have both immediate and positive economic and health improvements for citizens within the United States.